So I'm gonna show you just how easy it is to hook up the log splitter option. Just open up your side panel, pull out your remote control that you normally run the winch with. You pull out your hoses that you would normally run the winch with. Come over here and just find your quick coupler on your log splitter. Put them right together there. Put this one right together here. And normally I'd have those quick couplers fixed on something, makes it a little bit easier. Like the winch is real easy to hook up. You're gonna say, well, I don't really split any wood. Hey, I used to run a grout pump. I kept all my material up on my truck. I'd pull up and I'd take my grout pump. We would mix our mud up on the bed, load our grout pump, and we ran a grout pump with this. I've seen guys run their pipe pusher with it. So just having hydraulic power is can kind of be a handy thing. Easy to hook up. And when you're done with them, we just roll them back in. Hey, I'm Kevin. I've had a Rampco EZ-Load for 27 years, and it looks like I'm going to be doing the how-to series. We get a lot of questions on the Rampco EZ-Load on the hydraulic quick couplers. This is the log splitter option with the Rampco EZ-Load, that where you use the winch lines to run the log splitter. You use your same remote control that you would run the winch with up and down, and just runs your log splitter back and forth. Really a handy option if you're working in a big city and you've got some trees in the yard, and we can't even get the truck off the street right here. It's just kind of tight, so hey, we just pull up here and we block it up. So the way this works is, you guys have all seen the quick couplers, and Jim's told me some guys have been asking about these quick couplers. They thought that runs the hydraulics. No, that just runs the winch. So if you own a Rampco EZ-Load, and I've had one for 27 years, you don't use the winch all the time. It's not like a rollback guy. A rollback guy uses his winch all day long, every day. And if you need that, get your rollback. But you may be hauling material, you may be hauling your skid steer, your mini track hoe, you're hauling your equipment, and then you're hauling material. You might not use that winch but once a month. Hey, I've went 2 or 3 months and never used my winch until I come up on something that wouldn't run or something that was dead, had to winch it on. So even mine, it was made 27 years ago, I pull my hoses out and I attach my winch. Now what that does is, that keeps you from having a hose tray embedded in your subframe. If you talk to anybody that's got a rollback, that's a constant maintenance problem. So for the trouble of just hooking up your hoses when you need the winch, not having that hose tray is a big plus, because there's a lot of maintenance. Hey, you talk to anybody that's got a rollback. There's a lot of maintenance. Hoses, they leak, they wear, and they slide all day long. And the wiring that runs the lights, you know, we've got clearance lights on our bed. The wiring's shorted out. Hey, I talked to a guy yesterday, he's got a rollback. Hey, his lights ain't working. You know, he said, hey, we're always working on these lights. Not a problem on the Rampco EZ-Load, because you don't have a hose tray, use the quick couplers, then that gives you the hydraulic capacity to run other hydraulic components. So you're thinking, Kev, how do they run the lights if you don't have a hose tray? Well, the guys down at Rampco EZ-Load invented this nifty little contact switch, which is back here on the frame. So when the bed's going down the road or any other time, you have clearance lights, but the bed can still go 12 feet back on the ground, because that's how far they slide, 12 feet. They slide all the way back to the ground, and you don't have to keep the lights hooked up. They're only hooked up when the bed's all the way in the forward position.